is Step 1 with Freddie Wilson. Welcome to another episode of Step 1. I'm Freddie Wilson. Before we start the show, I want to remind all the people of Step 1 Country that you can find every episode of Step 1 on YouTube and Spotify. Also, if you want to see more content from Step 1, give me a follow on Instagram at Step 1 with Freddie Wilson. And you can also find me on Twitter at Step 1 Podcast. And if you want a place that will direct you to all the Step 1 content, we got a Linktree website. That is in the bio of all my social media accounts. So please subscribe, follow, like, comment. Just enjoy all the Step 1 content there is to see. I do it for the fans. I really appreciate it. All right, we got a great show for you today. My good friend Eli Hearne is returning to the show to help me do an NBA Finals preview. Celtics in 6, by the way. I stand by that. Also, we got some big boy contracts in the NFL with Justin Jefferson getting a huge contract and Christian McCaffrey becoming the highest paid running back once again. Also, we're of course going to talk about the fact that the University of Oregon is a baseball school. All right, let's ride. All right, in the NFL, we got some big contracts. Justin Jefferson signing a monster deal to stay with the Vikings. He is now on a 4-year, $140 million, $110 million guaranteed contract. He's the highest paid non-quarterback player in the league. I will say this. This is something the Vikings absolutely need to do. He is, if not the best, one of the best wide receivers in the league. And Kirk Cousins is gone. They don't need to pay him anymore. This was something the Vikings had to do, and they could pay him a lot of money. That being said, I am curious to see how Justin Jefferson does without Kirk Cousins. His entire time on the Vikings has been with Kirk and player, and any quarterback is lucky to have him. But the question is, can J.J. McCarthy be able to make the plays when Justin Jefferson is open? As a Packers fan, not worried at all. Again, the Vikings, what else do they have? They got nothing else going for them. They're a joke of a team. Justin Jefferson's great, but they're more than just one wide receiver. So Packers will beat them 2 games this season, all right? You heard it here first. Also, Christian McCaffrey got a huge extension to stay with the 49ers. I know the 49ers have a lot of guys they are going to need to pay, but McCaffrey was essential. There is no other Christian McCaffrey in this league. They might not be able to pay Brandon Ayuk. He's not coming to training camp or their mini camps, but guys like Brandon Ayuk are replaceable. You can find another speedster wide receiver, but can you find a running back that not only is an elite runner, but he's also an elite pass catcher? No, you can't, because it's Christian McCaffrey. He is one of a kind. He is special. The Niners need to keep him. He is a big reason why they are a successful team. He's perfect for the system. It's a great move. You can find another Brandon Ayuk. Just a thought. Maybe Brandon Ayuk will come to the Packers. Just a thought. That'd be pretty cool. But again, they did the right thing. They kept Christian McCaffrey as they should. All right, moving into baseball. Yes, that's right. We do talk about baseball on occasion on this podcast when it is relevant to me. I think it's safe to say the University of Oregon is now a baseball school. We're once again going to the Super Regional of the College World Series. And well, yes, it's going to be a big battle against Texas A&M. I'm just excited to see the Ducks are good. It's more fun when a baseball team's good. I'm looking ahead of the future, though. The Big Ten is not a baseball conference from what I can gather. So I don't see any threats in the Big Ten. As far as I know, and again, it's not like I'm an expert. It's not like there are any dominant teams in the Big Ten where every year you're like, oh, look at that team. They're really good. So I'm hoping that now that Pac-12 is dead and we don't have to play Oregon State and Arizona, we can cruise through the Big Ten and solidify University of Oregon as a baseball school. All right, now let's get to my interview with Eli Hearne. Today we welcome on a reoccurring guest, Eli Hearne. Welcome back to Step 1. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
All right, I brand you as our NBA Finals preview. Before we get to the NBA, I got to ask you, as a resident Patriots fan, Drake May, are you in? How are we feeling?
I think I'm in.
You're all in?
Have to be in. New culture, new quarterback, rookie deal. Hopefully a wide receiver pans out. But I mean, I think Drake May is coming into a great system, can only go up from Mac Jones. And I mean, he seems like he's an athlete. He seems young. And I think it's just that we're getting old, but it's the first time where I see someone interacting like out and about and I see like just what
Not
he
that
looks like.
much younger than us.
Like this guy looks young. What is he? 20, 21,
Probably
22?
22.
3 years in life is a long time, Freddie.
I
That's
know, but he's not that much
the
younger than
fifth of our
us.
lives. Um,
Sure.
well, I just saw him interacting with Jason Tatum, and I was like, that's how I would interact with Jason Tatum. And so I was like, he seems like a young guy.
All right.
Um,
You're
yeah.
not in the least bit worried that they also drafted Joe Milton.
I mean, Bazooka Joe is awesome. So I
Really
I, I
wanted
think
a
it's a,
two-quarterback system with
I
Joe
think it's a
Milton.
fun insurance plan. I mean, it's Jacoby's team for now. I think I'd be interested to see who starts week one. I think it's gonna be Jacoby. I would
I'm
like it
going
to,
Drake May all the way week
no,
one.
I'd like it to be Jacoby Brissett for the first half or so. Maybe we'll see.
But
But
if
I
they
think that Jordan Love proves, Mahomes proves time, learning the offense, learning how to not make some of those decisions, like rash decisions, learning how to read a defense in the NFL speed. It's worth it. And I think Drake May, his biggest dings in the draft coming out of college were his decision making and like he doesn't do a great job letting the whole play develop, things like that. And so I think some time reading NFL defenses on scout team practice, all that, it will definitely pay off dividends for him because he has the athletic ability. Just needs that IQ to learn. He needs to see more at the NFL speed. So yeah, we'll see though.
it's in a weird time to be a Patriots fan, or not a weird time, it's a different era.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, it is. I mean it can't be worse than Mac at the end of the day. Um, so yeah, I mean
Only you had Brian Hoyer,
Brian Hoyer would have gotten us more wins than Mac Jones last year. I can promise you
probably
that.
would have. Isn't he retired
No,
now?
I don't know where he's
Or
at.
he's a career backup?
Best job in sports. Um, he, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a rebuild. So as true of a rebuild as it is, my biggest concern is we're not giving the weapons um around Drake May, similar to how I think we harmed Mac Jones. Like you need a true wide receiver one,
It
especially
was
for a
Mac
rookie
Jones's wide
QB.
receiver one.
No, we didn't give him. I think
Okay.
that harmed him. I think that like our wide receivers were dead last in separation. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but they had to have been bottom five. I'll bet my life savings on
How do
that.
you measure separation? Like, I know what it
They
is, but
do
how do you
it. They
measure
measure
it?
crazier things than separation these days, Freddie. They measure it's the PSI in a football. I mean, you can measure separation if you're going to
Measure
measure the
PSI in football.
PSI.
That's pretty standard. That's not
Um,
a new Jet set. They've been doing
No,
that for
I'm just
quite a
kidding. I'm just
while.
kidding. You know what I mean. They measure some pretty crazy things these days. You can measure how much separation someone and a wide receiver gets.
All right. I mean, yeah, we're in a stats run, and it's crazier in baseball as I learned. Do you know how many stats they have in one single pitch?
And an insane amount, I'm sure. Spin rate.
98.
Yeah. Spin
Something
rates.
like crazy like that.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean,
Or it might be more. I
the
think I
advanced
just blurted out that
analytics in
number.
baseball are everything now. Um, to a fault, in my opinion. But like it's also fun to see some of these stat casts of these guys, their swing power, their hit power, all that stuff is always really cool to see.
Yeah, I only go off the hit power. That's the stat I look for.
Yeah. Yeah.
How hard of a hit a ball. All right, before we get to the NBA, I know you're a WNBA guy or you dabble.
That's
Caitlin Clark,
yeah.
are have out of curiosity, have you watched more WNBA games before? It's becoming this huge debate.
Have I what?
Have you watched more WNBA games this season because of her? It's
Uh,
becoming a huge debate.
I've seen more highlights, but I have not watched more games.
I saw her play in Indiana.
Nice.
I will say, like, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but I am part of his trend. Like, I did go just to see her.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
I will admit it. Like, yeah, I was not there to see the Indiana Fever. I was there to see Caitlin Clark
yeah.
and
No,
whatever
I
other
agree.
team they were playing.
I agree. And I mean, yeah, she's definitely good for the game, growing the game, etc. Um, but I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way still to attend
But like the
necessarily. New York has a good
New
team
York's good.
too. I
So
know
they have
people have been
Sabrina
about this
again.
game.
Sabrina walked, so Caitlin Clark could
Yeah,
fly. I
exactly.
stand by that.
I agree. And yeah, I mean, I think I see the dialogue. I mean, I think
You see the fouls,
I
but
see the fouls.
honestly, I in a weird way I kind of like it. They let the girls play. Obviously, you don't want like people hip
Yeah,
checking, but like any event in the NBA, like it would be like this whole like thing, like oh, like there would be blowing a whistle, like there'd be so many like flat fouls, and they're just letting the girls play. I kind of like it in a weird way.
I agree. Completely agree. Yeah, I don't know. I, th- uh, I'm more likely to watch it, I'll say, but I'm still not going out of my way to watch it necessarily. I just don't think it's as exciting at the end of the day.
I mean, I think it's getting better though. And again,
For
like
sure.
the
For the
people who say it's Caitlin Clark and
No, I
whatever
think the
rookies there are,
competition is equal to the NBA in terms of the intensity and all that. But I just think like the sheer like talent, like the sheer ability to do these crazy shots, dunks,
but they
like
can't.
the
They don't. They're
athleticism.
not Lisa Leslie. They don't dunk. She was the
Yeah,
only one who ever tried to and
yeah. I mean, I
successfully do
think
it.
like, but like the competition is there. It's up to the NBA now,
I would say competition is, but I think also like I think I said on the last show, like people want Caitlin Clark to be good like now. People
for
are
sure,
watching this girl thinking she was so good, she's immediately going to be good in WNBA, and that's just not how it works.
for sure, for sure. No, I
Also, they
mean, it's
give
like
them.
any sport, they need to develop.
Also, it's not like the NBA where they give them like so much time to like
Yeah.
rest, actual training camp. Like they expedite the whole process in a month.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It feels like every other month is WNBA playoffs.
Like I think the Indiana Fever put 11 games in 20 days. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I mean, there's only what, 12 teams, I think.
I don't know how many teams
Um,
there are now.
I think it's around 12. And so it's like you go through it quickly. Yeah, it's 12. Ball knower. Um, so like you can only place so many teams so many times, you know what I mean? It's like um so yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's quick seasons.
It's like a 40 game
Um,
season now.
Yeah, but still, it's quick.
It is quick. It ends. I forget where season ends in August or no, it ends in September.
Um, gotcha. Yeah,
Because if they do the playoffs right before the NBA season starts.
yeah, exactly. I think you're
All
right.
right. Now we can talk about the NBA. I
So
think right last episode I recorded the interview right after the Mavs won, and I said Celtics in six. I stand by that. What do you think?
I think it depends what version of Derek White shows up.
All right, that's a take. I like it.
I think if he's 20 point a game, Derek White, Celtics in four. Or I should say, I think he's 25 point a game, Celtics in four. He's 20 point games, Celtics in five. If he's 15 point a game, Celtics in six. If he's 10 point a game, Celtics in seven.
Were we getting Derek? What version of Derek White did we get in Indiana? Because I don't. I remember he played five, but I don't remember him like
No, he played well.
lighting it up.
He lit it up. He had some big games. I mean, he was clutch in the end. He hit the game wet clincher in game four, um, to seal the series. Um, but he wasn't good the series before that. Wasn't that good against excuse me. Um, he was not that good against the Cavs. Um, But I don't know. I think the reason I say that, I mean, there's a few things that go into it, a few things that jump to my mind. I think the Mavs are definitely good. They're good at defense. I think at the end of the day, the Celtics are playing team basketball. They're the better team, and we just need to not allow it to become an isolation one-on-one series. Um, I think if Tatum drives, we're in a good spot to win the championship. He just can't keep hucking up threes, doing the step backs. and they're great when they go in, but 2 for 8 from three versus when you can have 30 points driving to the basket every time. I'll take that. Get their bigs in foul trouble. Bigs are good, no doubt, but they rely on them for the alley-oop as a main source of their offense of Gafford and Lively. I don't know. I feel very good. I don't see a world that we lose in seven. If it was a 5 game series, maybe 3 game series, I'd be nervous. But seven, I feel like we should be able to win four of the next 7 games.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm shocked the Mavs made it this far. I know they're a good team, but like I didn't anticipate. I knew it was gonna be Celtics from the start of playoffs.
Yeah,
I did
I
not think the Mavs would win the
I
West.
agree. I think they face an inexperienced Timberwolves. Um, I think
Who did they beat before that? They beat someone
the Thunder, who are young
who were young, but like a very good team.
for sure, but young.
Yeah,
Luca's the best player in the series. We'll say that. I think Tatum's too. People that say Kyrie's too. Come on. Um, but it's like they're good. The defense is what I don't really know about the Mavs because they've been playing low scoring games in the playoffs. But West Coast basketball is just so quick. Anytime you watch, like I prefer to watch games between between Western Conference teams because they play so much more freely. They're much more quicker pace. But it seems like the Mavs have tried to slow it down in this playoffs, and that's why they've been really successful and like play a lot more half court basketball. So I'll be really interested to see how we match up. They match up against us. I just think at the end of the day, like you're gonna have someone like Maxi Kleber guarding Jason Tatum, or
I
like
think
a
Kleber's
Josh
injured.
Green. No, he's back. He's back.
He's back. Oh,
Um,
we might have Porzingis back too.
Porzi's gonna be back. Yeah,
I
I didn't
swear
even
to
think about
God,
Porzi.
if they do a pick and roll switch and have Porzingis on Luca, it's over. Don't do that.
They're going to, but
I
it's
know they
like
will, but like not
Luca's
in
gonna
like a
get his.
critical moment.
Luca's gonna get his. He can have his 35 point, be okay. Like I think I think the biggest concern, I mean, I think if you asked a Mavs fan, they would say it depends what version of Kyrie shows up. If it's the 35 point Kyrie, I feel like they'd be very comfortable in saying that they're gonna win in 6 or 7. If it's not, then I think they're comfortable saying they're going to lose because at the end of the day, Celtics are 5 deep, 6 with Al and a healthy Porzy. The Mavs are like 3 deep. Like it's Luca,
Who's the
Kyrie,
third option? Like
PJ Washington in the corner is really solid. But besides that, like Derrick Jones Jr. is a shooter. I mean, a dunker. He can't shoot for his life. Derek Lively is good, rookie, but he's in the paint. Like they don't stretch very well. I think what they're gonna do is make the Celtics beat them with threes, which I can see them getting a game or two to your point, Celtics in 6. But I think the Celtics and Joe Mazzulla is gonna do everything he can to enforce. We need to go after their bigs right away. We need to pound it in the paint, and that's because every game we played against Indiana shut the lights out. Also, they did all playoffs. Like hats off to them. But when we played their game, just started hooking up threes, we screwed ourselves. When
and
we
yet we
drove,
managed to win 4 games in a row.
exactly.
We
But
should
when
have
we
won game
drove into
one.
the paint, and wow, the glasses. Uh, when we drove into the paint though, and like asserted our dominance, especially Tatum, everything opens up.
All right. I have more not about the game itself, but obviously Mike Breen will be calling every game. How many bangs for Green Mike Breen? I can't speak. Are we
I
gonna
don't
get?
know
I would say we're gonna get at least one.
for sure. I
I
mean, I
would
think Luca will get a big bang when he'll hit like a big shot in the fourth quarter.
I want at least two. I don't think we're gonna get a double bang, but
I
you
don't
never
think
know.
anything's gonna be double bang worthy. We'll see. I think he's heightened. Like like the double bang statistics are very heightened, where I think
There
he's
are
gonna
only
have to.
8 of them.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna have to reserve them even more, because everyone's so focused on them now.
I mean it's the greatest call in basketball.
For sure, no doubt. And he's awesome. He seems like a cool guy. I listened to him on a podcast recently.
Was it part of my take?
It was, yes, and he
You know, my part of my take application video has got more views than most episodes of the show.
There you go. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I had to like put out I had to put out like a video explaining why I want to be their intern. I applied. If you were watching this part of my take, Big Cat, please hire me. I would really appreciate it. I will move to Chicago. Anyways,
I
so
saw
that video gets like 25 views, which for an episode of Step One would be like a good amount.
for sure.
The last
Um,
episode of Step One has 2 views.
there you go. Hey, gotta start somewhere.
We do have to start somewhere, yes. Well, we started somewhere and then we digressed.
Hey, I mean, it's always quick at first, and then
We did
you
go
gotta
quick out of
power
the gates
through.
first.
Um, but yeah, I didn't know that his story about like kind of just like grinding through Fordham,
Mhm.
making his way up into where he is today. But it's awesome. I mean, it's seems like a really down to earth guy that just like loves what he's doing.
He did say he would do a triple bang if the Knicks won the NBA championship.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think that's ever going to happen, so let's keep
I I,
dreaming.
I would hope that it doesn't.
I know
But
you live in New York. Do the Knicks really run the city? Because I've heard when the Knicks are good, they run the city. Is that accurate?
yeah, it's big, but it's false hope. I mean, I hoped I wanted it to be Celtics Knicks. We didn't get that.
Same.
The Celtics would have swept them. I mean, the Knicks were
I know,
horrendous
but
this
I
year.
just want to see the excuse Knicks fans would come up with.
Yeah, I mean, the Knicks were just absolutely horrendous this year. They had such zero chance. Didn't even make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and people are acting like they won the championship after beating.
Because this is like the best Knicks season like recent history.
Yeah, no, it is 100%. And they're just not good. I don't think they're like all my friends that are Knicks fans are saying they're one piece away.
I mean,
I
they've
don't
been
think
acting like they've been good since Patrick Ewing.
yeah,
Like they didn't win a championship. Patrick Ewing, they got close, like maybe once,
yeah.
but
No,
I think they're coasting off the time where they were almost a championship team.
100%. They always will. I mean, the Rangers lost, which was good too, just to make sure not they don't get anything.
I'm all in
And
on McDavid for this series, by
yeah,
the way. If we're gonna do a
yeah,
little NHL, like I don't, the state of Florida is the worst.
yeah. I
I
think
want to see McDavid win a cup
The
because
Panthers might sweep them, I think.
they could, but like it's McDavid.
Yeah, but they shot 8 times last game, I'm pretty sure, something like that. That's not going to work against the Panthers.
I know the Panthers are pretty good, but like
They're very, very, very good.
it's it'll be an absolute riot in Edmonton, like game 3 and 4. Like it's gonna be a scene.
Yeah. No, I agree. And it's a cool time, cool city.
Have you ever
Uh
been
to
Edmonton?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
No.
never have I. I've heard good things.
They're a hockey city. I mean, they're Canada.
It's
It's
oil
close to
country.
Canada being good. Um, so yeah, it'll be an interesting series. I probably won't watch too much. It depends.
I tune into like the Stanley Cup Finals. Like I'll watch the
Yeah,
NHL until the Bruins get eliminated.
yeah. And
Which
then you come back in for the finals.
yeah, pretty much like it's all usually alternate nights from the NBA Finals,
Yeah,
and also like
that's true.
obviously I'll be watching the Oregon Ducks Super Regional this weekend.
What's that? Baseball?
College baseball, yeah, third time in
I feel
program
like the College
history.
World Series goes on forever.
Well, because it's regionals and then a super regionals and then the College World Series where they all go to Omaha.
Gotcha.
Are you
So
familiar with the bar outside of the stadium in Omaha for the College World Series? What they do every year?
I'm not. No.
So every year they sell Jello shots, and they keep a
Oh yeah,
track
yeah,
of.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I
Which
think Ole
school?
Miss set the record in 2022, like the all-time
Yeah.
record. And then LSU came and was like, "Oh, we're breaking that. We hate Ole Miss, and we're from Louisiana. We drink more." And they absolutely demolished that record.
Yeah, I actually did see that. It's pretty funny. I mean, they're baseball fans are crazy like that. It's this
LSU fans are crazy like that.
That's true. The South, I mean, is like baseball's religion down there still though. But it's a different breed. That's all
I
yeah.
do have a hot take that I think when Oregon moves to the Big Ten, I think we're going to be way better in the Big Ten than the Pac-12.
In baseball or in
Yeah, and,
everything.
and and no, not in everything. Baseball specifically. Well,
Yeah.
football too, obviously. Ohio State, what a joke of a team. Easy. Remember when we went there and won? Yeah, easy. I'm not worried about Ohio State at all.
Yeah, where didn't the head coach leave for Oregon?
Our head coach now
No,
for football,
Washington head coach left.
Washington. They thought Dan Lanning might leave. My roommate started panicking because there was like a fake news story going around that he was in Alabama, like
Yeah,
taking the job, and it got like it was like on the local news website. My roommate like starts like panicking. He's like,
I think
"It's
that was
happening. It's over." And I'm like, "You don't know that." Like,
that's where the Washington guy went, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but there was so much speculation, and then he did not take the Alabama job. Washington's guy did, so that's good for us.
I mean, the Pac-12's done, but
I
yeah,
know, but like, it's good for the Big Ten.
sure.
Again, we're gonna beat Ohio State, Michigan, easy.
No Harborough.
We'll beat Penn State as long as it's not a whiteout game.
It's fair.
Uh, obviously, we're gonna dunk on the rest of those
Are they
scrubs.
gonna get the same recruits though? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Who's
Dylan
that?
Gabriel is the man.
I don't know who that is.
He is the Oklahoma quarterback who transferred to Oregon.
Oh,
So he's our guy now.
nice.
You
Better
know,
than Bo Nix.
well, Bo Nix was a god amongst men.
Bo Nix was not good at football,
Bo
but
Nix was awesome at football.
nice.
Bo Nix might be the best decision the Broncos have ever made as a franchise, other than drafting Tebow.
Other than trading for Zach Wilson.
Uh, I think, the best things the Broncos have ever done. Draft Tebow, number one. Number two is draft Bo Nix.
That's probably fair.
They should have given up on Tebow that quickly, in my opinion. But you know what? It's hindsight, all right?
He's a fullback.
He is a tight end. He's a fullback. He's a baseball player. He is an all-around American hero.
He's a
I,
he's a
I
man of God.
he's a man of everything. The man, like, I have met him. Like, if you meet Tebow,
Yeah.
he is everything you think he is.
Yeah, he's massive, nice guy.
No, like not only that, he looks you dead in the eye. Make sure he gets your name right.
Yeah. No,
Like
that's
he'll be like,
he
Freddie, good to meet you. Like
seems
find something to compliment about you.
yeah. No, he
And it's
seems
just
like
like
a genuine guy.
he is. Like it again, like he has a presence that very few people around him have. And again, like what was he last good?
Yeah.
2009.
We're still talking about him.
We're still talking about him as if it was yesterday, and it was
No, for sure. I mean,
a
I
long time
remember I
ago.
remember watching that drive against the Steelers like it was yesterday.
Yep. And then a week later got clocked by the Patriots.
Yeah, clock's an understatement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool nonetheless.
You know what Patriots game I like heard about got reminded of you every day? I was a podcast I was to the last Jets playoff win was against the Patriots.
What was it 2009?
I believe it was 2011, the year the Packers
11. Yeah,
won.
9 was yeah. That was
A
Mark
14 and
Sanchez.
2 Patriots team lost to the Jets.
Yeah, Thomas Jones, Mark Sanchez.
Yep.
And then they lost to the Colts in the AFC Championship.
Steelers, and then the Packers beat the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
It was a great year. Great year. It's gonna happen again this year. The Packers are winning it all.
You think?
Well, I'm committed to Jordan Love. I'm buying a jersey because I was very skeptical about what jersey to do last year, so I didn't buy one.
I think you should just get an Eddie Lacy jersey again.
Eddie Lacy is very much not on the team anymore, and he got
He's
fat.
a legend nonetheless.
He was great for one season.
A legend nonetheless.
Yes, a legend nonetheless. Eddie Lacy, never forget
Yeah.
when Eddie Lacy's biggest problem was he ate too much.
Hey,
We shouldn't fat shame people, but
I
like,
would
yeah,
too if I was a multimillionaire NFL
it's
player.
been a multi-millionaire. Justin Jefferson's contract. Like,
You know
is
what's
it war?
crazy about
Are
it?
the Vikings? I know the Vikings should pay him. Like,
You have to pay him, but you know what's crazy about it is he's making the same amount of money as Jordan Poole.
that's ridiculous. Why are NBA contracts so big?
There's only 12 guys,
Yeah, I guess.
but isn't that crazy?
Jordan Poole, yeah. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Poole should not be in the same tax bracket.
Crazy, right? And NBA is fully guaranteed,
It is fully guaranteed.
and NFL is not.
Yeah.
Though the way they're stacking up now, I bet his is. I didn't see the exact, but I bet a lot of it's guaranteed.
All right. Speaking of the NBA, NBA coaching carousel, we're gonna have Simon Gelbart on soon. He's our Lakers fan of a show, but who do you think is going to coach the Lakers next year?
I think JJ Redick will.
That's what I was gonna say. Because I think the whole podcast LeBron is just him like making his pitch, like I should be your coach.
I think partially. I think it's also a matter of like I don't know. I don't know if they'll give him it his
No, who
first.
would want to be the head coach of Lakers? Like, as
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a terrible situation to
I
be in.
think he almost needs sorry, I think he almost needs to be an assistant first. Um, I don't know. I feel like going like does he ever has he ever
He's an announcer. I mean, he's a great
yeah.
player. He's a smart guy.
No,
But again, like
I love his podcast. I think
I
it's
just think
really
it's there's unless you win a championship, which with this Lakers team probably hard to do. Like
yeah,
it's championship or bust as long as you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And
100%. I mean,
I
I don't
think
think their
Darvin Ham
team
wasn't a bad coach. I just think like LeBron was like starting not to like him, and they were like, okay, LeBron, cool.
100%.
I
I
think
don't think
LeBron should just be a player coach. Bring back the player coach.
I mean it's not a bad
I don't think they'll do it, but like it's been done, not recently.
no. I mean, who are you gonna have though? Just LeBron doing it?
I mean, you'll have like assistant coaches, but I think LeBron could just be the coach and play. Like, I really think that'd be like the last like crowning achievement of his career.
I mean,
Like
it'd be
all time
pretty sweet.
score. I've like flying like I'm 20 when I'm 40. Oh, and I also like am the coach as well.
It would be pretty sweet, objectively, if he did that.
I really want to see that. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I want it so bad.
I mean, especially then he gets Bronny on his team. What do you think about Bronny?
I saw him play actually against Oregon. It was like right when he was coming back from injury. He was limited to 15 minutes off the bench. He made some shots.
Yeah,
I think I don't think USC was ever going to be good even with him. I don't think they had enough dudes. I
yeah,
think there was a lot of hype around Bronny, and that's why people were like tuning into USC.
for sure.
But no, I think they were never going to be good.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think he's an NBA talent?
Do I think he's NBA talent? I think he has the potential to be an NBA talent. I mean, we'll do a draft preview episode, but honestly, I don't know what to talk about the draft this year. I don't know any of the players. But this is like not this is like the most boring draft since like maybe 2013.
You gotta study up.
But again, like
What's it called? Foreigners.
it's hard now with like you have overtime elite, you have
So you gotta
NBA G
study
League
up.
Ignite,
It's foreigners and overtime
but
people.
it's not like foreigners you've like heard of. Like it's not like everyone knew who Wemby was.
No, that's fair, but I mean, I think if you know if you're studying up, you'll know who they are.
I like to think I watched decent amount of basketball, but it always used to be like the best college player. That was going to be the first
Yeah,
overall pick,
yeah.
and now things are different.
Well, why would you choose the 7'2" guy that can shoot threes and cross people up?
Is that Wemby?
No, it's these random foreigners going first and second, I think.
Again, like also it's like the Hawks picking first. Like
Yeah, well,
good.
there's also that like 7 foot guy from overtime, Art something.
I still don't
Like
know what overtime elite is.
Alex Starr.
What
That's
is
what.
overtime elite?
I don't know. It's like another
Like
league.
I've asked around, like no one can really explain what this like. I don't. It's like Bishop Sycamore. It's not a real thing. It's just
Yeah, yeah. Number one and two are probably gonna go be France guys. I think.
overtime elite is Bishop Sycamore. I'm starting that
Reed
conspiracy theory.
Shepard's up there because he's the best shooter like ever. But yeah, I mean, for this list I'm looking at, just quick CBS: France, Yukon, Kentucky, Tennessee, France, Yukon, Serbia,
Was
G League, G
Tennessee
League.
Dalton? Is it Dalton Connect?
Dalton Connect is the
I know him. He's good.
yeah, and so is Reed Shepard.
I
So is
think,
Donovan
yeah, whoever
Clingan.
gets Dalton Connect, like that's the team to keep an eye on.
Yeah, but he's I mean he's a very very good shooter, but like is he ever gonna get be better than like a Grayson Allen?
But Grayson Allen is the best thing the Suns have done all like off
He's
season is
good, but
re-signing him.
he's not a th third option on NBA team. He's a fourth or fifth option
I
on
know,
NBA
but
team.
like the Suns are in a terrible spot, and at least they've made one good decision
It's fair.
in a series of awful decisions they've made. Keeping Grayson Allen is probably the only thing they've done there. Saving
He's
grace, if
solid.
you
That's
would.
what I'm saying. Like he's a very solid NBA player of a long career, but he's not gonna
I
be.
mean, he's not the star of a team, but I think like
Yeah.
I mean, when Durant inevitably leaves and Bradley Beal follows suit, and so does, well, Booker will say, like,
Yeah.
it might be Grayson
Booker
Allen,
might be
Booker,
get traded. I mean, Booker might get to
but they could
people are
trade him.
saying him to the Knicks.
Yeah, no,
I
whoever
think
the
the
Knicks
Knicks are
think they're
gonna
gonna
make a
get, they're
trade.
not gonna get.
I think they're gonna make a trade that's gonna screw over their future and it's gonna be
But
awesome.
the Knicks,
They think their team is so overvalued right now that I think they think they're one piece away and they're not one piece away. I want them to go get Devin Booker and stink and waste their whole future on it.
yeah. But again, the Knicks always think they're gonna get their guy, and then they get like maybe the third best option out of it.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
remember every year when they thought like, oh, this year we're gonna get LeBron, and they never got him.
And KD.
They thought they were gonna get Kevin Durant, never got it.
Yep. Yep.
There was probably another one in the
Well,
mix.
you drafted. That's why you're the Boston Celtics. You make the greatest trade back in NBA history and
Yeah,
trade Jason Tatum. Then you come back around and draft Jalen Brown.
it was a great pick. Like again, like Danny Ainge was playing chess, not checkers.
Literally. We had a Eastern Conference final game, and then the same week as us getting the first overall pick in the NBA lottery. It's pretty sweet. I remember
Yeah.
it.
Again,
Now it's
like,
Jason Tatum. You see how it's come to fruition.
and Danny Ainge also traded a coach.
Yeah.
He can do that apparently.
Yeah.
Imagine trading. I
Yeah.
think Doc Rivers is the only coach to be traded in history.
But yeah, I actually have
Just
no idea.
imagine that conversation. Hey, coach, I trade you for draft picks.
I mean, I think, yeah,
Like,
Doc's
you're
time
not
was up.
fired. You're just traded.
Yeah, Doc's time was up.
Doc's time was up. I like heard also on part of my take. Like, yeah, Danny,
Yeah.
like Doc didn't want to do a rebuild, and I think Doc in Milwaukee is not a good fit personally.
No, I agree. I doubt. Does he automatically get?
I don't know actually. I feel like he would because it is at the end of the day he is Doc Rivers.
Yeah, but they stunk.
I They had injuries, but I think the whole Dame Giannis thing was not a good fit.
They stunk. But yeah,
It
Giannis.
was very scary when it happened. Like I felt like, oh shit, like but then again, like they sacrificed offense or sacrificed defense for offense, and it didn't work out at all.
Yeah.
Again,
Uh,
they were injured in the playoffs. Like if they hadn't been injured, maybe they would have been competitive. But even then, they were not a finals team.
no, 100% not.
Like I think Boston would have traded. We got Drew Holiday. We got the not the best player in the trade, but we got the player we needed.
I think he's pretty much the best player. I mean, defense wins championships. He's insane. He's
Yeah.
so fun to watch, so good at defense. It's insane. Like it's an art truly with him.
Mhm.
Um, and I think he's just awesome. I mean, he's just so solid. He's tested, you know what I mean? Like
He's an NBA
he's
champion.
he's so calm, cool, and collected. It's insane. And it shows when he makes those plays and wins us the games. And I think it was like Brad Stevens' best move.
Yeah, I mean, again, like Brad
He's
Stevens learned
literally
from Danny
everything
Ainge.
that he's everything that Marcus Smart like we wanted him to be and just never panned out to be.
Yeah, and again, I think Marcus Smart was a great player, but yes, I think it was the end of an Marcus Smart era.
Exactly. And I
It
mean,
was it was a
Drew's
good
a
run.
dog. Marcus was a dog. Marcus made minute winning defensive plays, but never could quite show up on the offensive end how we needed. And Drew does exactly that.
Yeah, I think it was easily the best trade we've made. Well, I can't say it's the best trade we've ever made, but it was like a top three trade.
I was gonna say KG is probably the best trade. But
Well, I mean, that was when I first started watching basketball. I knew who Kevin Garnett was. I'm like, oh, the
2008.
Celtics are gonna be good. That's all. I knew the Celtics sucked before
Yeah,
that, and I didn't know who Ray Allen was, but I knew who Kevin Garnett was. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna be good.
yeah, 100%.
Whenever I meet a Minnesota fan, they're always like, you know what? We were just happy that Kevin found a place to win.
Yeah, 100%. That Minnesota's fun and young too. They'll be fine.
Anthony Edwards will be a great for many years to come.
Yeah.
It's a great time to be a fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves, which is usually not a sentence you
Just
hear.
don't compare him to Jason Tatum. We'll be okay.
Not yet, but like,
They were doing it.
I mean, yeah, but they're very different. They're not different players.
They're
But I think
in terms
Jason
of
Tatum's a
being
much
number
better
ones on an
player.
NBA winning team. People said they would have had Anthony Edwards, and that is blasphemous.
Yeah, I think if yeah, Anthony Edwards is an incredible player. I don't think he is Jason Tatum level yet.
Agree. And that's why the Celtics are in the finals, and that's why they're going to beat the Mavericks in a gentleman's sweep, 5 games to 1.
5 games to one. So we'll win the game because it'd be cool to
Four
win it in
games to
Boston.
1 in 5.
It'd be cool to win it in Boston.
I agree.
Like I'm very curious to see what Boston will be like when we win.
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
You gonna smoke a cigar?
I don't think so, but we'll see.
I'll leave you with this. We got less than a minute left. I don't want to smoke a cigar if the Celtics win, but if the Oregon Ducks football team or the Packers ever win a national championship Super Bowl, I will smoke a cigar. I've never smoked a cigar before. I don't aspire to, but like I have that
Yeah.
planned out if
It's a
it ever
deal.
happens.
I think that sounds good.
All right.
I'll
This
be
has been
very
awesome.
happy, but yeah,
It's great
nothing.
seeing you.
Good to
Good to
see you
have you
as
back on the
always.
show. You're always welcome back.
Appreciate it. Enjoy your time in Boston, soon to be City of Champions. Like
City
once
of
again.
Champions. All right. Thanks, Eli.
Okay, man.
That is our show for this week. I know for a while at the end of every show I've been saying, oh, the new segments are coming. But this time I can confidently say we are actually close to doing that. Summer is around the corner, and with the boring months of July and August here, we're going to need to film a show with new content. We're not going to take the summer off. We're going to give us a new show every week. And I've got some stuff in the works. I'm really sorry I've been floating it for months. This is not a full-time job by any means, but every week I try to give you a fun show, and sometimes I just can't do the new ideas I have, but they are coming, I promise. And with that, we will see you next week.